today we're going to go into a pelvic floor focus HIIT workout. But don't worry, there's no jumping involved, so hopefully this will help work on improving the ability to keep leaks at bay, not feel pressure down on the pelvic floor, because we are going to be getting the heart rate up, we are going to be challenging the pelvic floor, but we're going to be doing it in a way that doesn't cause any issues or doesn't worsen the symptoms you already have. Now, we're going to be doing this workout Tabata style, so you will need one medium dumbbell and a timer. What the goal of today is with Tabata is we're going to do 4 different exercises. Each exercise is going to be done in isolation per side, and then once you're done with that exercise, you're moving on and you will not see that exercise again. Tabata is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds or 4 minutes. So we're going to do each exercise for 4 minutes. You have 4 exercises, and then you're out of here. Okay? So we are going to start with, let's say, our first exercise is going to be a hinge with a little hand pass and a dumbbell. You're going to start on your right leg for 20 seconds, as hard as you can for those 20 seconds. You're going to get 10 seconds to rest, and then we're going to switch to the left side. We're going to go back and forth, so you'll do each side 4 times in that 4 minutes, starting to see the pattern a little bit. If you're not, don't worry, I'll walk you through it all, but we are going to hit Tabata. 4 exercises, 4 minutes each exercise, and then you're out of here. Okay, so grab your dumbbell and let's get going.
All right, we're going to start with an airplane pass. So you're just going to need that one dumbbell. You're going to come into a good hinge. Back is long, that left leg is nice and solid and strong, and you are just tossing the dumbbell back and forth between your hands, really trying to get that back leg as high as you possibly can. Okay, the key with Tabata is that when I say rest in 3 seconds, I want you to be prepared for that other foot and then rest. Good, stop. We got 10 seconds rest, so as you can tell, I'm getting ready for that left leg now. In about 2 seconds, go. I want you to come down into it, and now your 20 seconds starts. Okay, so with the rest periods, we want to be in position and ready to go, and that's where you take your deep breaths. Don't get caught behind the time. You're just gently tossing the dumbbell back and forth between your hands. Okay, again, that stance leg, good, rest. Getting ready to go back to that left leg. But when you come into that hinge, okay, we got 8, 9, 10, good, start. When you come into that hinge, that down leg, the knee should stay bent the same amount, the hip should be pushed back the same amount. You should feel that good triangle tripod on your foot, base of big toe, base of pinky toe, heel. Good, rest. It is going to challenge your balance. That's why I'm a little wobbly, especially as you get tired. 8, 9, 10, you're in it. And that's part of why this is so great. That's part of why this helps target the pelvic floor. We need length and strength in the back of the body, paired with that good core control. And rest. Both of those things are just imperative for the health of your pelvic floor. 8, 9, 10. And then also that passing of the dumbbell and creating a quick change is allowing that pelvic floor and that core to react so that eventually you can do things like jump and run and not have it be an issue. And rest. Our pelvic floor needs to be reactive. Our core needs to be reactive. Okay, if you are feeling this at all in the lower back, then you can plant that back foot if you need to. We are in this 20 seconds. Again, trying as hard as you can to get that back leg super high, unless you're using it as a kickstand, which I'll show you in these last 2 rounds what that can look like. Good, rest. All right, so like I said, we have last 2 rounds of this exercise. One more time on that right leg, one more time on that left leg, and then you're done with this one. And it's it. That's it. 4 minutes and we're done. And go. So this time I have that kickstand leg. There should be little to no weight in that back leg. My front planted leg is super stationary still, back is still long and tall, and I'm still passing the dumbbell as quick and as safely as you can. Good. Rest, and then you're going to switch legs. Again, get ready for that last left leg first. Coming down, we're at 8, 9, 10, go. And now this is the last round with that left leg, or right leg, excuse me, if you've been following along. Okay, so we did 4 rounds per leg, 8 rounds total, 4 minutes, and then we'll move on to a new exercise, and you're done with this one for the rest of today. And rest. Awesome job. Okay, so we still need that dumbbell. We're going into a front rack squat. Since you only have one dumbbell, we're going to do this on one side. So I'm going to rack that dumbbell on my right shoulder. And then we're coming into our front squats with that weight on your right shoulder. For this one, if you have a heavier weight available and you want to go there, by all means, feel free. Okay, toes are pointed forward, knees, hips, and toes are in alignment. Good, rest. Okay, so again, I'm going to get ready for the other side, and then I'm going to take some deep breaths and rest here. And go. Right into that other side. So now the dumbbell is racked on my left shoulder. Elbow is nice and high. Okay, if this bothers your lower back at all, you can bring the weight down into more of a suitcase hold, which is down at your side. That's okay too. The key here is that we want it on a single side. Good, rest. The reason for that is it challenges your core differently. It's going to put you in a little bit of off-balance position. 3, 2, go. Okay, it's going to create some, again, reactivity that we need in the core and pelvic floor. It's going to have you sitting into one side of the pelvic floor a little bit more, kind of helps give you that single side even into the pelvic floor. 2, 1, good, rest. And then switch. Okay, and I've already racked it. Now I take my few breaths. 9, 10, go. Again, don't be trying to catch up. So get ready for that next position and then rest while you wait. But yeah, by having that dumbbell on that single side, that side of your core works harder, that side of your pelvis works harder. Good, rest. That side of your upper back works harder. Okay, again, racking to the other side, then take your deep breath. Go. That leg works harder, that foot, everything on that side of the body has to work harder to keep you centered, to keep you over your midline. And rest. Good. Okay. Now, the other reason that this is super helpful or can create that HIIT experience and go is squats are using large muscle groups, very large muscles, and it's going to get your heart rate up. Okay. Again, you can hold it suitcase style where you're holding it down at your side if this is a little too much for your core. The other option is to lower the weight if you have that option available. Good. Rest. Okay. We've got one more round per side. Almost done with this. You guys are doing so good. Okay. I also like having this, you're in the 20 seconds, go. After those hinges, because now we're focused on the front of the legs. We're thinking about knee extension, where those airplane passes, we're thinking about hip extension. So all of those things are incredibly important for the health of the pelvic floor. Good, rest. Last side. Take your deep breath. 3, 2, 1, go. Last 20 seconds of this movement, then you get a nice rest break, and you're done with this one for the day. You guys are almost there. You're killing it. Feel those quads drive through the heels. Squeeze the butt through the top, but make sure you don't over thrust at the top. Just come to that nice, good, tall, athletic posture. And rest. Good work. Okay, so this one is a little bit more reactionary. We're going to come into our split squat. So you're going to bring your left foot forward, dumbbell is in your right hand, and you're going to lower into your split squat as you kind of drop and catch that weight. You're also thinking about like dropping into your split squat. Okay, you can kind of hinge forward just a little bit, making sure that your front knee and your back knee both land at 90. Good. Rest. Switch hands, switch legs, then take your breath. Then catch your breath, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Drop and catch. Drop and catch. So really, you're not letting go fully of the dumbbell, but you are trying to think about like if you were dropping it towards the floor, as well as your hips. Hips are dropping straight down, nice and quick with some power. Again, teaching that pelvic floor to react. Good. Rest. Switch arms, switch legs. Get ready. Take your deep breath and go. Okay, so you can see from the front view here that my legs are not skis. I'm not one behind the other, okay? They're wider, like hip width apart, like those railroad tracks. I'm coming into that slight hinge as I lower down, really helping me sit into that front glute. Good, rest. Again, you can see both feet, you can see both knees. I'm not one behind the other. And go. Drop, catch. And you can see from this view, it doesn't actually look like I'm doing much with that arm, but I am releasing the dumbbell slightly. Okay, you can see the gap right at my thumb a little bit there as I lower down, and then I regain that. Good, rest, and then you're switching again. So remember, switch hands, switch legs, then take your deep breaths and get ready to go. And go. Really thinking about that drop, catch, a little bit of power down into that split squat, and then thinking about driving through that front foot to help you stand. Use that front glute to help you stand. Good. Rest and switch. And then you can tell too from the side, okay, my positioning. 2, go. My back leg is not crazy far behind me because when I lower down, I want both ankles and both knees to be at 90 degrees. Okay. Remember, if you're losing your balance, check in with the core. The core is a big player for balance. So just make sure that that's staying engaged. Good. Rest. One more time per leg here. You guys are killing it. Okay. Last time per leg, and we are done with legs completely. Maybe not completely, but you'll see. For the most part, we are done with legs. Okay, so just 40 seconds left, 20 seconds per leg. Heart rate should be nice and high. Pelvic floor is reacting to that drop. Legs are probably burning, but rest. One last 20-second burst. Goal here is that 20 seconds, you're working the whole time and you're working hard. Go. Drop, catch, drop into that split squat. Exhale to help you stand. You can think about maybe exhaling down and up. Inhale at the top. You can exhale down, inhale up, whatever works for you. All right, awesome job. That's it. Now, last but not least, we are going to do a side plank. Okay, it's going to be modified. So you're going to come down on your side, on your elbow, elbow underneath your shoulder, knees bent at 90, and then you're going to push off the ground. Okay, now this is where I talk about the legs sort of being mostly done. I do want you to think about that down leg being the leg you push off of. So check with your top leg. Make sure that top leg is nice and relaxed. Okay, shake it out if you need to. Good, rest. And we're going to switch sides. So you can just roll over, but I don't want you looking at my butt the whole time, so I'm going to flip around. So getting ready and go. Again, you're really driving off that bottom leg because I want you to feel this in that side booty or that glute med. You should also only feel the obliques on that down side, no lower back, okay? Nothing too much in the front. Really thinking about that side booty, good, rest, and those obliques. Again, switch, get ready, be in position, and then take your deep breath and go. So one thing that I do occasionally is I just kind of lift that top leg, make sure it's not helping, it's not using those inner thighs. It is truly fully relaxed. Okay, as you push up from that bottom leg, it will tip you forward slightly. That's okay. And rest. Okay, we have this perception of a good side plank being, stuck between plexiglass walls. Good. And you're up. Okay, but with this version, the idea is that you are pushing off that bottom leg and it is tipping you slightly over towards the floor. That is how it's going to keep it out of your back and where we want it in those two places, the glute med and the obliques. Good. Rest. Three, two, one. You're back in it. Okay. The wonderful thing about the right exercise or fitness in general is not every exercise, well, really no exercise at all, is going to fit into this perfect, neat little box that we've developed for it. Good. Rest. Okay. And every body and everybody is going to need something different. So your squat may look different than mine. Good. And you're in it. Okay, your side plank might look different than mine. You might have different props or supports than I do. You might have them on the same place and pulling a different direction. Okay, and that's the beauty about being creative with your fitness and meeting your body where it's at. Good, rest. One more time per side. You've got 40 seconds of work and then you guys are done for the day. There's nothing after this at all. You guys are killing it and you're up. Okay, notice too that I lifted that top leg, just kind of check in, make sure I'm really driving off the floor with my bottom leg, feeling that side booty, feeling those downside obliques. Big full inhales, big full exhales, really trying to connect to the low and deep core as well. Good, rest and switch. Last 20 seconds of the day, guys. Okay, now the wonderful thing about Tabata, good, come on up. Last 20 seconds is I did this one exercise per 8 rounds, but you could mix and match these exercises if you're short on time. You could pick just 1 or 2 of them if you're short on time. Okay, so this whole workout was done in 16 minutes without any rest. Easy peasy. Okay, good. Rest, come on down. Way to go. You guys finished it today. So adjust this workout as you need. Take some deep breaths and pat yourself on the back. I'm proud of you. I'll see you guys next time.